So here it is, it finally came in yesterday, the brand new DJI Mavic Pro. Super excited about it. I just unboxed it yesterday and immediately took it up in the air. So I will talk about all the good in a second, but the bad, I just looked through the footage and for some reason on the right of my screen, I'm having a focusing problem. And I'm not talking about the Casey Neistat focusing problem where you have to trigger it and make sure it's an infinity focus. For some reason, the left of my screen is in focus while the right of my screen is not in focus. I have a shot actually where you could see a light in the background. It's actually creating bokeh for some reason. So it's that bad on my Mavic. I don't know if it's just a bad batch of Mavics that came out or something with the camera. It's definitely a camera issue. It's not a hardware, software, or anything like that. So it's definitely, you know, in the lens or somewhere along that lines. I'm gonna do a little bit of testing today. Hopefully, maybe it's my user error. I'm gonna go through a little bit of testing, but yeah, so you can tap to focus and I'll be trying a little bit of that. I'm also gonna turn off all custom profiles. I usually shoot in D-Log, I think it is, in these picture profiles. So I shoot in D-Log so I can go back and color grade and bring back some sharpness. I turn the sharpness all the way down, but I'm just gonna have everything on 0. I'm gonna have it on no custom profile to test it right now, and we'll see what happens. But other than that, this thing's amazing. So let's do some testing. Let's check it out. Ready. So this thing is super stable. I mean, it is staying right in place right now. I mean, I have obstacles all around me. Yeah, pretty great. All right, so right now I got the Mavic right above me in the air. And first test, I'll go ahead and try and fly it into the house for the obstacle avoidance. It's going straight in right now, and boom, it just stops. I mean, it's beeping at me right now saying that it can't go any further. The major thing I'm looking for right now is the focusing issue I'm having on the right hand side of the screen. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap to focus the right side to see maybe if that'll fix it. I'm recording, so right now I'm hitting the right side of the frame. Hopefully, I mean, it looks a little bit in focus. We'll give it a shot a little bit more and fly it up. Let's do some testing right now. Maybe that'll fix it. If not, I'm gonna have to send this thing in. But I mean, the image, look at this image. It is so stable right now. And I'm behind my house right now, and there's clear signal. There's absolute clear signal with the drone and everything like that. I'm taking a look at the footage right now. I shot everything in 4K. I also have a 4K monitor, which makes it really easy and I can really see the details. And a couple shots, everything's in focus. I mean, the right side's in focus, the left side's in focus, but for some reason this new tap to focus system, I tap it a couple times.
Just tap it in. Just tap it in.
I'm tapping it on my phone, just kind of in places, and sometimes it goes in and sometimes it goes out. So it's like the left side's going to be in focus right here, and then the right side's out of focus, and then sometimes I'll tap the right side and then everything's in focus. So I'm not really up to date on this whole focusing system on the new DJIs. I kind of wish it was all the same. I don't know why it would be different. You know, I don't know why focusing one plane would be different or anything. But all right, so let's look at a couple clips. It's weird. Okay, so now I'm looking at this other clip, and the left side's out of focus. So I'm thinking maybe we just have to get used to this new focusing feature, or DJI has to put out something to update the footage and whatnot. I don't know why half of it's in focus and out of focus though. So I don't know. I think it's half our fault, half DJI's fault. Not sure. You know, I just want to get the best, you know, looking images and as compact of a drone as possible right now. I mean, that's the goal. So one thing I do like about the Phantom 3 is it has these underhangs where you can catch it. So if it's up in the air and you're landing it, you can catch it right here and be safe from these propellers, so they don't hit you. So you can catch it like this if you're on a boat or somewhere where you just can't physically land it on the ground. So, and I come into a lot of cases where, like, you know, we were at the sand dunes in Colorado, and I just could not land on the sand, otherwise it would have gotten kicked up or it could fall or something like that. So the Mavic doesn't have these underhangs to where you can catch it like this. So we're gonna go ahead and test catching it instead of landing it on the ground. Be very careful. I've already heard of one case where it's clipped somebody. So I'm gonna be really careful. I'm gonna land it right here. I'm just gonna catch it and see if that works. We're gonna give that a quick test. Sensor. And that's how it's done safely. Like if you're not able to land it physically on the ground, you can catch it. You just have to be very careful. One thing I did notice is when I try to grab it, it's got sensors on the bottom. The drone immediately tried to take off. It increased power. So that was kind of weird. The Phantom doesn't do that, but you know, if you wanted to, you could safely catch it instead of land it on the ground.